going on, guys? It has been a heck of a week 5. So we're done with that now. So let's go ahead and get our reviews for this week going. But before we do that, jersey giveaway is active right now. We hit 500 subs. All you got to do is join the jersey giveaway on my channel. Go to the community post. You'll see what you have to do in a video on my channel. Go watch that video. Like the video. Leave your comment on that community post. Either way, let's get right into this video. Alright guys, so here's what we're going to do. We're just going to go quickly through every game. This is not going to be a very detailed video. But hitting week 5, seeing what happened. Fields and Moore did a whole lot in that win over the Commanders, winning 40-20 for the Bears. Granted, a great win. Justin Fields still didn't do a whole lot. He ran a bit better. Oh, he had 300-something yards. He threw like 100 yards total. The rest was yak from DJ Moore, man. Dude, he's not that good. I don't care. It's not going to change. He just isn't. This team is still severely limited, and that's not going to change my opinions on it pretty much ever. Moving on. We had a very early Sunday morning game, Jaguars versus Bills, out there in London. Jaguars did win this one. Jaguars own London, and they scored 11 in the first quarter, 14 in the fourth quarter. That's all they needed to do to put up 25 points and close out the Bills. The Bills lost Matt Milano in this game. The Bills lost another D lineman in this game after already losing Tre'Davious White again. The Bills are in a rough spot. Not because I think they're still very good. I really don't care that they lost this game, to be honest with you. That defense can't stay healthy ever, and I don't know what they're going to do. I think this game's fine. The Bills players were talking about how they were, struggling with the travel, and they only got there a day or so before. Not that that's an excuse. A game is still a game. You got to win. But, the Jaguars, they own London. It's fine. Moving on to the next. The Texans and the Falcons. Quite the messy game that was. The Texans had only one actual touchdown, I believe, and were still knocked off by Young Hoku's very nice field goal in the last quarter of this game. Great for the Falcons. They get a win they probably shouldn't have. They're 3-0 at home, which is huge for them, to be honest. That shows you how many games matter when they're home. They're winning every game at home. They're losing the game on the road. They should win at least 8 games. That's great. Hopefully they can win more. The Texans, this kind of showed me that I was a little bit right on my C.J. Stroud belief. He wasn't even bad in this game, but I don't know if he's that guy, man. I just don't know. I'm not gonna buy into C.J. Stroud just yet, and I'm gonna have to wait to see some more for sure. Moving on to the next, the Panthers and the Lions, the battle of the cats. Lions won 42-24. Massive win, 14 points in 3 different quarters. Jared Goff looked great in this game. Scored like 27 fantasy points. He was 4 touchdowns in this game. Great job, Jared Goff. I mean, you really can't ask for much more from Jared Goff. He's been very good. He really has. And though he still is a limited quarterback considering his mobility's not there, but the balls he throws are beautiful. Some of the passes he can make are just uncomparable to others. And, this is a big win for them. Kind of a statement win, honestly, to put themselves far and away ahead of other poor opponents like this. This is the kind of game that the former Lions teams would have probably lost. But good to see them holding up their end of the bargain on this game. I'm excited for the Lions. We've had a lot of hype for them this offseason. I don't know why, but I'm excited for it. I think they are a good team, and I'm ready to see what they can really do against some really good teams. Titans and the Colts played, and the Colts were able to win in a division game 23-16. Zach Moss scored 2 touchdowns. Jonathan Taylor played a little bit, not a whole lot. And it was just a slow-paced game, honestly. It just wasn't a whole lot from this Colts team. They did lose Anthony Richardson again, and that's the problem with him. He's too raw. His game is created from chaos, and that's awesome when it works, but when it doesn't, you're going to get him hurt. And, this is just something we're going to have to wait on. Gardner Minshew has proven to be very serviceable through this beginning of this Colts season. He's played about 2.5 games at this point, I believe. 2 games total, maybe. I don't know. 2.5, 2, something like that. Either way, at least you can be comfortable with your backup and can make a game be won, even though if against the crappy Titans. But it's not like the Colts are that good either, so the fact that they won this game does prove something to themselves. I'm not on either of these teams' hype train. Don't really think there's much in this season for either team. But, better than nothing. I'll say that much. The Giants and the Dolphins also played this week. And the Dolphins obviously won this game 31-16, getting back on track after the whooping they took to Buffalo. It was a good game. They got a lot of good breaks from Tyreek Hill scoring a 69-yard touchdown and Devon Achane scoring a big long touchdown. Though he's hurt now, so that's concerning for the Dolphins and fantasy owners abroad. I mean, there's just huge issues with Devon Achane not being on the field, considering how good he has been for this Dolphins team. The Giants scored one touchdown, and it was a defensive touchdown off of a pick six to a through to, Giants players. It was a terrible throw. I don't know what he was thinking. An absolutely awful pass thrown from Tua Tagovailoa, but he made up for it, threw a couple touchdown passes in this game, and, a win is a win. That's all you can say. Dolphins improved to 4-1. However, they are showing that they have some gaps, I think. The offense ain't clicking like it used to. The defense is, not the best. It's fine. It's obviously keeping up. But then against the Giants, can you really say they're keeping them off the board? Not really. Moving on. Saints, Patriots. That was a pretty rough game to watch. If you did, I apologize. The Saints beat them 34-0. Congratulations, Saints fans. Although I will say, Derek Carr still looked a little shaky. I'd like to see him do a little more. Alvin Kamara looked good, though, and that's a lot to ask, considering he's not played yet, really. But if you're a Saints fan, you're glad to see him work back into the offense. Now you're just waiting on Derek Carr to get it all together, and this team is easily a playoff team. That division is not good enough for them to not win it, and it is what it is. Patriots, on the other hand, Mac Jones has got to go. Bill Belichick has got to go. Everybody's got to go. I don't know if Bill O'Brien's going to actually do his job this year or if he's just going to fiddle around and, make a little bit of money while he's doing it. But this team looks awful. The offense cannot move the ball. There is no offensive talent here. And I hate it because I like Ramondre Stevenson. I like Juju Smith-Schuster. But they're not good enough players to make things happen on their own. And that's just something that we're going to have to see what they do. Is it time for them to start tanking? And, I don't know if Caleb Williams is a chance, but maybe hit on a Drake May or, Shadur Sanders if he ends up going to the draft or Michael Penix, something like that. I don't know. I'm ready to see this college football draft, though. The quarterback class is going to be crazy. That's a completely off topic. Either way, moving on. The Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Steelers own the Ravens, and I'm going to take that to my grave, and it's true. Steelers take care of this division so far. They're on top. They've beaten both teams in division so far. They haven't played the Bengals yet, but the score breakdown: 7-point touchdown. In the first quarter, I believe it was I actually don't remember at all. Either way, a touchdown was scored on them, and they didn't let anything else happen. In the second quarter, they did allow a field goal to get to 10 points, but that was it. This defense was huge. A blocked punt, a fumble recovery from Alex Highsmith knocking it out, TJ Watt recovering it. Huge sacks. TJ Watt ends up with 2 sacks in this game. A great pick by Joey Porter Jr. in the end zone. The Steelers team is just, they're messy, but they're going to win games. That's 2 words, Mike Tomlin. It doesn't matter how bad the offense looks, how bad the offense is. Let's just say that. Matt Canada, fire him still. But Mike Tomlin's going to carry it over and win this game. It's just going to happen. TJ Watt is going to win this game. And the Steelers on the Ravens. They just always do. I think Lamar threw his helmet 4 times. That was my favorite stat of the day. Lamar helmet throws 4. Great. Moving on. Eagles, Rams, the first of the 3 o'clock games. The Eagles did walk away with a win in this one, though it looked a little bit concerning at first. They were up 17-14 going into halftime. They were able to put up 6 points in the fourth quarter to close it out. And that was about it. This game was not very convincing. The Eagles are still looking a little rough. Hurts had a better day, that's for sure. He was better this week than he has been pretty much all season, but that just doesn't say a whole lot. Jalen Hurts could be an MVP candidate easily. He's just got to do it, put it all together, make every game count, and right now it's just not happening. The Rams, they're scrappy. I like the way they're looking. Cooper Kupp had like 5 catches in the first 4 seconds of the game. It was awesome, but Eagles got away with it. That is what it is. They've got to figure out some things defensively for Philly, and Jalen Hurts got to get on track, and they'll be flying. The next game, the Bengals and the Cardinals. Going into halftime, it was another 17-14 game. Cardinals had, they have fight. That's all you can say. But the Bengals were able to run away from 3 touchdown passes straight to Jamar Chase this week. Put up 50.1 points in fantasy for those of you who care about that. And, yeah, that was huge. Jamar Chase finally gets on. Joe Burrow looked better. Granted, not amazing still. He just hit Jamar on some open routes, and that's awesome. But I'm still a little concerned. They're 2-3. They're 1-2 on the road, and they've got a long schedule to go. So if I'm the Bengals, things got to get better. You got to rattle off a couple wins in the next 2 weeks to be, back in a good spot for your team to be a little bit convincing even. Then the Jets, Broncos, Nathaniel Hackett's revenge game. This was a huge game for them. The Jets were able to win 31-21. Broncos are about to have a fire sale. I don't know who's going to go, but it's going to be a lot of them, I believe. Yeah, the Broncos just, I don't know. It's rough. Russell Wilson's not been that bad this season. The defense is awful. Check out my trade video I just made yesterday. It was a pretty good video, I think. But, they're going to have a fire sale. A lot of players are going to be traded out, I believe. This team just isn't good, and they're not going to be good. Jets win. Zach Wilson take care of business. Thank you. Moving on. Chiefs-Vikings. Another 3 o'clock game for Sunday football. This was a pretty good game overall. 27-20 was the final score. Chiefs did win. Vikings are in trouble. Not only did they lose this game, and I said this was a must-win for them, they lost Justin Jefferson for at least a week, probably 2, I would assume. There's no need to rush him back. And if I'm the Vikings, I think you seriously consider trading Kirk Cousins right now. He's going to be off contract after this year, I believe. Maybe next year, but I'm pretty sure it's this year. And, I mean, he's already 35. If you can get assets, you can get assets. They're going to be a bad team. How about you just sit Justin Jefferson as long as you can, take a couple losses, and get a good quarterback in this draft class? Yes, tanking's never the way to go. But at the same time, what do you have to play for? The Lions look like they're running away with the division. The Packers are scrappy. The Vikings defense is bad. The NFC is shaping up to be at least a little more competitive than I thought, with the, Lions stepping up and the Seahawks getting back to form and stuff like that. But the Vikings, you're 1-4. I'm sorry. Maybe it's just time to let go, change of scenery, get Kirk out of there, and get some assets. That's the best you can ask for. Granted, I will go back and say, to a team like the Chiefs, who are a notably good team, you were competitive, 27-20. Maybe if you can, just get some things together, who's to say you don't go 13-4? Me, I'm going to say that. You're not doing that. But, is 10-7 that bad? I don't know. Maybe you can make that happen. But they are 0-3 at home. That's a big issue. The Vikings got to figure it out. And then the game we've all been waiting for. Thank you, San Francisco 49ers, for shutting the Cowboys up. What have I told you guys, man? The Cowboys are not good. They're not good. They're never going to be good with Dak Prescott under center. Yeah, he got benched before the fourth quarter even started. Cooper Rush. They weren't doing anything anyways. Just go ahead and put in the backup. Dak Prescott sucks. You can't win with him. Oh, the play calling was bad. Maybe. Dak Prescott still sucks. Trade him for anything you can get at this point. Go get Kyler Murray. Go get Kirk Cousins, who can at least take care of the ball. Go get Justin Fields. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. That's probably the only downgrade you can actually make in this situation. Either way, yeah, the 49ers are a solid 5-0 and 42-10, convincing win. But here's the thing. I'm not going to go back on my Brock Purdy's takes. Brock Purdy is a average quarterback. He knows that. They actually said it in the broadcast that he acknowledged he's an average quarterback. The thing is, he knows what to do. He's got that Brady in him, and it's all up here. As long as he can make the right throw, make his decision, and doesn't second guess it, he's going to be fine. And in that offense, it's not hard to make decisions because they're all schemed up for you. So, congrats to the 49ers, but that's not a huge accomplishment, to be honest with you. They suck. Now, moving on. Final of tonight's game. This is recorded on Monday night. Packers, Raiders. The Raiders were able to scrape a win from the Packers. Packers had a long 2-minute drive that turned into a pick. Jordan Love is really tapered off after week 2, and it's just not being great right now. Amik Robertson, I don't know how to say his name. He picked it off to end the game. And, I don't know what to tell you other than Packers, you've got some stuff to figure out. Jordan Love, it's growing pains. I'm not going to blame him. He's young. You can make things happen with him in the long run. But if I'm them, you've got to find something that works a little better. You can't be losing to the Raiders at least. Max Crosby was everywhere tonight. And great for him. But they've still got Jimmy G and Josh Jacobs, who had good games. But that was a winnable game for Green Bay, and they kind of threw it away. So either way, that was week 5. Alright guys, thank you for watching. If you like this video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Also, the jersey giveaway is actively going on. Go check out that video on my channel. Learn how to enter yourself in and win a free jersey for yourself potentially. So, either way, thank y'all for watching. Peace.